So what I'm doing now is setting up to do the architrave, but because it's only a small diameter, I have an issue with only being able to go so far, and then I start to run into short grain. Now the architrave's 90mm or just shy of 4 inches wide. So what I've decided to do, so I don't end up with short grain, I've decided I'm going to make a form and I'm going to actually laminate the architrave, which is a bit of a painful job, but it just means that I've got consistent grain all the way around, and I'm not going to run into any short grain problems where it might snap off on me. So that's what I'm doing now. So this is the form. So this line here is the outside diameter, and then this is the inside diameter of the architrave. So I'm going to lay my pieces in here all lathered up, squash it up with that, and then I'm going to be able to cramp over the top of that to pull it all in. So there's the first section of the architrave in the form. I didn't film doing it in because it's pretty chaotic. Like we're working very hard and fast, and it's not an easy task to do, so I didn't bother to film it. But anyway, so that's in. I'll give you a bit of a close-up if I can. Apologies for the shaky camera. Right. That's it. So that'll sit in there now for 2 or 3 hours. It's pretty cold today, or coolish, so maybe 4 or 5 hours perhaps. But I got 4 of them, or 5 of them actually, to do. So a bit of stuffing around and a lot of time involved. So there's the second one that we've just made up to help push it along a bit quicker. Just setting up now to do the architrave for this porthole window. So I've just set it up, and I'm just going to do a test piece first just to make sure it's right. So each time I set a new profile, which there'll be 3 different profiles on this, so each time I set a new one, I'm just going to do a test piece again just to make sure that it's right. Looks pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Nice and clean, nice and straight, which is good. So we're up to our second mould now. I just, as before, just going to do a sample piece first, a test run, and I'll show you what that looks like. So what I've done here is just put a flat in there because I'm going to do a half round there. Yeah, so I think that's alright. We'll see how it goes. coming out pretty good. And so we're up to the final piece now. So again, like the previous two, we're just going to do a test first and just check it out to see, just to make sure that it's right. Not even close. Yeah, that'll do me. So that's the first one done, or I should say the first side. So with this particular one, this is the side that's going to get fixed to the frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can dowel it together, just so that it's one piece, and then I can fix it onto the frame. I'm only going to dowel the outer edge because the inner edge will be fixed onto the frame, so it'll be fine. It's just the outer edge that I want to keep flush with each other, and I don't want anything happening there to break it off. So I think a couple of little 8mm dowels or something like that in the outer edge there might do the trick. If that doesn't work, then I'll probably put a little butt strap, route a little butt strap into on the underneath side over the joint. It's a bit of a task, this one. I'm here by myself today. Joe's off sick, so I've needed about 5 hands to try and do this, but I've ended up doweling it up and I've glued it, so I'm going to let that sit overnight and I'll clean it up tomorrow morning. I think it should come out fine. Once it's nailed around, it should be perfectly good. Okay, so there's the finished product. I've fixed the architrave to one side of the, or to the outside of the window. The other section will be, I'll glue it up, but it'll be loose supplied loose, so when they put this on they can put the architrave on the other side. Yeah, so anyway, so thanks for watching, and if you're enjoying our videos, think about subscribing and whatnot if you haven't already. Anyway, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.